Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I have got a Moira game for you guys. In this game, I wanted to try to do things a little differently. It's not going to end up like anything crazy unique. I did actually try playing a game with Empowering You the other day. It went about as well as expected. It was perfect conditions for it too, and it was just awful. But in this one, nearly every game I've opened up with a combination of Chain Grasp and Cross Orbal. Then a kind of Phantasm Void Hoppers. Well, what actually happens if we open up with Phantasm and then Void Hoppers? Yeah, I'm spoiling a bit further down. But what if we had that combination? It's two Fade abilities. And I thought, okay, first of all, I thought it's not going to be very good. But against this composition, it would be quite good. So I wanted to get Phantasm here because it's round one and we could get Cross Orbal later on. This map's quite good for Phantasm, but the primary reason for going Phantasm here is because we've got a Brig. And I know that Confusion recently, I did check beforehand, is going to be running the pack build, which means the Brig does a crazy amount of healing, and I actually don't want to take that healing away from the Brig too much. So I thought, let's use Phantasm and throw damage orbs, and that way we can give Brig as much of the healing cash as possible. And then the same thing will go with the Void Hoppers, right? Because we're still not going to have Cross Orbal. Now, it doesn't actually work that great because it takes a little while for Brig's pack build to become, like, busted. But I'm just seeing if maybe we can accelerate that. So that's the idea behind this game. Let's see how it actually goes. We are against, you know, there's good players on both teams here. So we're up against a Ryan, a Mei. We're up against an Ashe, Zen, and Moira. On our team we have Orisa, Soldier, Freya, Moira, and Brig. Now, one thing that also helps this a little bit is being against the Mei. Mei's generally got quite low damage output, so then that should make it even easier for our Brig to do most of the healing. Like, hopefully the plan is they get quite rich and stuff. We're using Coalescence. We weren't just about using it on the Moira, we were expecting others to push us. At least we get a trade, but it's not an even trade. We did use our ult for it. Fine. But the thing is, that's also alright because we generate some cash. So yeah, we basically traded our ult for cash. We spawn closer than the enemy Moira does, so we are back before them, so there's that little advantage. Enemy team hasn't yet caught up. We do manage to fade the shatter. Can't really do that much about that. Chris has to kind of make their way back. We can, however, try and trade off some players here. Phantasm Orb over near the bot there. There's three players. Mei ult as well. We've got to push the other way. Yeah, I don't feel like if we walk backwards that's going to work. We're going to have to fade behind them. Either way, we've lost the lead. And I mean, there's still quite a lot of time, like 37 seconds left. I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable though, and there is one big problem to this build, and that's that the enemy Moira has gone for Chain Grasp. And what I would want to do against Chain Grasp if I've got Phantasm is just Mega Heal Orb. But the problem is that goes against the entire plan. So we're firing damage orbs only against the Chain Grasp Moira. So we drop off. Oh, Ryan got low, but we have to back off, and we're split from our Orisa. Let's try and zone some players out. Okay, Orisa is rotating, that's good. Abel comes in, we've got to get a touch though. Okay, that we do. Okay. We've got our ult, but we can't use it here. We really can't use it here. Got to use a heal orb for ourselves. Mei walls off the Moira. It's an accident. They're trying to just escape themselves. And the other thing is, because the Mei died, they can't cancel the wall. So, yes, I got it on video. It's also going to be on YouTube if you need further evidence to take to court. Charging Ryan. Oh, didn't commit too far forward. We've got to kind of stay on the bot. I'm really worried that the Orisa's not going to be on it. She's close. I would go for like, well, heal orb or stay in that room for a little bit longer, but I was just so sure that the Orisa was going to C9 and push forward. Either way, we do lose the round. We go earn quite a bit of cash though. Like 16,400. That's quite good. Confusion saying bad round. That's not good, because the whole plan was to get you set up. So instinctively I want to take Cross Orbal here. Like Cross Orbal, Phantasm, having them together, you know, we earned decent money with the Phantasm. But I don't really want to do crazy amounts of healing. I know it might sound counterproductive to some people, that I don't want to heal that much. I want to give that healing to the Brig. That might sound a bit weird. I mean, in normal ranks, you could argue you do that for ult charge. In Stadium, it's not just ult charge, it's also cash. And then, look, Void Hoppers could be quite good, especially when they're saying that the enemy Rhine could have a flying Rhine. There is a very slim chance, but we could save some players from getting, like, pinned. Void Hoppers is also quite good against Chaingrass Moira, because just giving that little boost of overhealth, Chaingrass doesn't last forever. When you fade it, that overhealth, yeah. By the time they've got through that overhealth, the Chain Grasp is off, so they didn't really do much. And it's, you know, Chain Grasp is AoE, so is Void Hopper's overhealth. So it's quite good. Gonna push forward. I make a huge mistake here, and that's that I take electrolytes and no one else does in this game, which means I'm out of spawn so much faster than anyone else, and sometimes I just completely forget it. Like, I walk forward, even when I look behind, I'm just like, ah, yeah, they're there, right, okay, let's go. But yeah, we were just so far ahead of the team that we just kind of got shot by everybody. Cool. Dodge the Ryan pin. I feel like, oh, also we're against an Ashe, so Void Hoppers is good, but that's not the primary reason for taking it. Just, you know, for most people you'd go, yeah, look, you got Void Hoppers, you're against an Ashe, you're against a Moira who could have Cyber Venom and stuff, right? Nope, that's not why I took it here. I don't want to fade too early because he'll just chase us, so we need to make sure that we can get out with the fade. It does mean we gave him a lot of swings on us though, which is ult charge for him and cash. Zen's over on the flank. Double damage orb in there with the Rhine. Orisa ult as well. Oh, he tried to get out the window. Still, we really didn't do that much damage to him. We're going to have to use a heal orb here to try and save the Brig, and the Shatter comes in. It's going to get both of us here. Good play from the Rhine, recognizing he can take down both of the supports. I mean, that looks like it's the round, right? Dealt 6,000 damage, 5k healing, even though we're trying not to heal. Over the 2 rounds, that is. Oh, Zen's flanking. We've got a player out there completely isolated. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get out there. I mean, if we want to go for the point, we've got to go now, basically. I don't want to use my fade until the last second. Heal orbs. Phantasm's going to help us here, and Coalescence, but we couldn't wait for it, really. Okay. We're getting a lot of healing. Damage over on Moira. Predict the fade. Ryan gets walled off this time. Oh, not quite walled off. He actually does manage to take down our Brig and survive. The Mei's kind of working against their team a little bit. Okay. Ryan's very low. He can't push in yet, which is very handy. We want to keep that pressure up. Phantasm Orb, along with Void Hoppers over onto the Orisa. Yeah, I don't really use Void Hoppers too actively to cleanse. I use it to cleanse Dynamite sometimes, but quite often it's just, okay, look, we're going to be fading around players. I can't do anything with Void Hoppers for that, and there's a Bob on point, and we don't have a tank there. Can we get our Orisa back? Orisa gets a kill over onto the Rhine. Oh, we're getting very low though. Bob's actually still shooting us. Gonna have to fade through there. Okay, tank's back on point, getting a touch. Gonna use a heal orb. That's gonna bounce there. I want to get close. Oh, I was hoping I was in range for Void Hoppers, but we just weren't out of range. I couldn't stay in there too long though. That's frustrating. I do wish it had a bit more range on it. Orisa. Oh no, we used the Coalescence because we had no more cooldowns. But Ryan comes in with a Shatter. We worked so hard to gain that point back, and then they just come through and, yeah, take it in the end. Okay, enemy team, 9k cash lead on us. We're in Mercy Rule territory. This start is not that great. Do you know why Mercy mostly wears white? Because heroes never die. Like the video. Right. So what are we going to do here? Because, I mean, we can get Cyber Venom. We only have... I mean, we have the double damage orbs, right? And we're still sticking to that strategy of we're going to fire out the orbs. But what are we going to get as the rest of the items? Phantasmic Flux. Give us a bit of survival. So, charge plating as well. Look at our health, though. We have 287. I never want to see my health under 300. I'm looking at the health now. It's like... We've got 20 extra health from those items. Now, we do have Phantasmic Flux, which can give us an extra 50 in over health. It used to be 100, it's now 50. But, to be honest, the over health is just a small buffer anyway. It doesn't really nerf the item too much. Enemy Moira. Enemy Moira. I don't know where the pronunciation was going there, but... Enemy Moira is on Chain Grasp and Cross Orbal. Looking at Briggs healing, it's only at like 8k. This whole strategy has just failed. And I think it's actually failed because the enemy team's damage is quite low. The only damage that would, like, mass damage that would be coming in really, that is healable damage, because sometimes the Rhyme pins aren't, it's going to be Moira with Chain Grasp. Maybe some Ash Dynamites or something. But... I feel it. I mean, obviously, Captain Retrospect strikes again. Want to bait the fade out? Oh, he didn't pin. But our tank dies. We're too focused on the Rhine, and we get stuck on a bookshelf or something. Okay, this game's not going well. Look at the cash difference. I mean, we've got a huge boost there. Well, it's not huge, 9%. But they're already 13k ahead. We have to win this round, or we have to get a whole load of bounties, and I don't think there's enough time. I think literally we have to win this one. Zen very, very low. Moira's chasing. There's 2 weak supports in there. We can put double damage orbs around here. One for the Zen. The Moira also gets taken out by it. Okay. Ryan's here. We can bait that with a Phantasm. The swing. I disrupted our fade. He's 1 health though. Can we get through and punch? Ugh. Okay, we got that. Let's fade out of there. Void Hopper's over onto the Brig as well. Didn't actually do anything though. Okay, well they've got no tank, but the tank is a Ryan, so they can get back quite quickly. We've still got to cap this point though, so... Oh yeah, the tanks can get back very, very quick. Because they obviously get their forward spawn. Oh no, no, we can't use Cole either because we're next to a Zen. Ah, that's so unfortunate. We have the Coalescence. I'm a bit confused why so many of our team were so far back, but it is what it is. Freya's going to get taken down. We're going to spawn in time. I don't want to fade right out of spawn here. We have a bit of time. I want to use Coalescence and then save the fade to be able to use this Phantasm Orb somewhere on the point. May use his ult. We do fade out of that one. We do have players on the point, or at least the Orisa, so the contest is covered. Orisa getting 2 kills there. I'm so used to having Cross Orbal. Like, we fire the damage orb at the Moira there, because we'd normally think, oh, Cross Orbal's just going to fire and heal us. But in that situation, we definitely should have fired a heal orb, because we don't have the heal orb from Cross Orbal. Still, doesn't matter. Electrolytes gets us out of spawn nice and quickly. Not using fade there until I know that no one's getting set on fire from that stationary dynamite. Okay, heal orbs. Void Hopper's there. That was trying to save anybody who might be getting pinned. Ryan's putting pressure over onto the Orisa. May's not going to wall us off though. Freya very low. The wrong side of the May wall. Okay, just about saving them. Well, they weren't in too much danger. Orisa's very low. Good ult there. Void Hoppers should give you a bit of overhealth, which will allow the Brig healing to come through. Maywall blocks our orb, but it's not a big problem. Oh, Ryan Pin! 108 health. We survived that one. He's not building AP by the looks of it. Which is good because our health was very low. Okay, Void Hoppers gets a little bit of overhealth over onto the Freya. The Maywall blocks the Ryan Shatter, I think. I mean, it must have done, right? Otherwise we would have got shattered. He had LOS of us. Orissa's in a bit of trouble up top. Let's fire the orb up there. You can see the heal numbers. We are getting weapon healing on them as well. So that's quite good. Same with this Freya here. Ryan seems to be chasing us. We rotate around. We can fade up top. Freya does get taken down. The Ryan's kind of low here. We're 95% towards our ult. Damage orbs. We're going to get it here. Use it. Ryan's weak. Don't get pinned. He's falling. The fire strike. We dodge it. Come on, take down the Ryan. We do manage to eliminate the Ryan. Ash gets a load of overhealth out of nowhere. We were going to commit forward to that, but instead we fire our heal orb to try and bounce it. Zen's pushing us. The Briggs right next to us, trying to save us. Void Hoppers onto them. Zen's getting very low. We do manage to take him down. Bounce the orbs off the wall to chase down the Moira, who has to fade out of the point. This is looking good. We're gaining some control of this, but Ryan's already back. Mail's going over onto the point. We fade through with the Phantasm Orb. Got to try and stay around here. Moira's getting very, very low, but does manage to fade off. No, she fades in the wrong direction. Double damage orb. Eliminate the Moira there. Orissa's also taken down May, but we've lost our soldier in the process. Ryan's pushing through. Let's cut off the other players. Orbs over onto the players coming through the choke point. And we win the round just about. Look at that. We actually have a 1k cash lead. We were so far down in that round. But we do manage to get 16k cash, which is really nice for the team. Actually, most of our team earned a whole lot of cash. I'm not a big fan of the boost mechanic, to be honest, because especially when different heroes have different efficiencies, like when it comes to cash earned per healing and damage. But it is kind of needed to stop some of the mercy. I mean, maybe if they removed that and then removed the mercy rule, and then also removed group stacking, then it would probably be better. But I guess it's fine knowing that, yeah, you will get matchmaking mismatches, and you'll also get certain teams that excel in the early game, and this is a mechanic that would allow for late game builds to actually get established. Otherwise, everyone just goes for the best early game characters and builds and just wins the game that way. So, yeah, we're going to take liquid nitrogen. We're still kind of on the same principle. I want the cross orbital for me, not so much to heal the team. But we're kind of on the same principle that we're looking to keep ourselves alive with the ability lifesteal and then add debuffs and not overheal. But then I realized the cash doesn't really work out. So instead of the 11k liquid nitrogen, we take the 10k superflexor because that allows us to sell power playbook and get one more item. We actually opt for smart orbs, and I wanted the smart orbs maybe to put out over onto the Zen. Like, it's a bit annoying if it gets stuck on the Ryan, but if the Ryan's going for a flying or charge based build, which they are, our team was right, then those smart orbs shouldn't get stuck on the Ryan too much and are more likely to stick to the squishies, which is what you want from smart orbs. You don't want it to just sit there on the tank the whole time, which is one of the reasons why I don't really like smart orbs. Because sometimes it can be, especially if you're trying to apply Cyber Venom to players, your orb just gets depleted on the first target it hits, being a tank, and you don't actually get that kind of mass debuffs. Of course, we're still trying to slow them down, not slow them down, sorry, debuff them with Cyber Venom whenever we can. So yeah, we will fire it in that general direction. That was for the heal orb cross orbital. I still fire damage orbs even if I'm trying to heal a player. Wow, Zen just kick to the face sends us flying. And Orissa goes flying as well. Okay, so enemy team starting to get a nice lead here. So we fire our damage orbs. I mean, this game's feeling tough already. We're not going to go that close to the Zen again and let him kick us in the face. Damage orb, push through. Zen's low, gets taken down. We've got our coalescence as well. We tried to apply like void hoppers there on the Orissa, but I'm not sure that actually worked. Ryan's dead. He's not going to have a charge in time. He accepts his fate. The enemy team's still in the lead here. May trying to dodge these shots. Ooh, just about to take her out. She probably could have ice blocked there, but she was going for the wall jump, maybe to get up top. I don't know. The May seems, very capable. You do get some bad Mays, but Ryan charges in. It's okay. We've got our fade. Phantasm Orb forces him, I would say, to retreat, but he's actually moved towards the objective. It's firing orb. That's a bad orb that's got in the room, I think. Yeah, it's no bounce. I mean, it did linger for a little while with smart orbs there. Yeah. Okay. Zen using Transcendence. Orisa, the health's going up because the Brig. I think our Brig's actually come online at this point. Okay, Void Hoppers, bit of overhealth. Bob's shooting us. Where? Okay, Bob's up top there. We've got to be careful of that one. Try and apply Void Hoppers to the Freya there. Give him a little bit of overhealth to survive any fire strike that comes in. As Ryan does retreat, our team's taking the lead. This is looking very promising. Okay. Didn't really have to heal the burn damage or cleanse it there. Over onto the Brig. I mean, we want to try and cut off the enemy team here as soon as possible, so we're going to move forward. Was a bit scared there. Playing a bit scared. That's okay. We've got some debuffs on. Ashe is isolated. We're going to go for the isolated target. Fey jump up top. Damage orb through. Do take him down. Moira doesn't react to that one. Still, there's a massive fight going on in front, so do not blame them. And we do manage to take this round. Got a nice 5k cash lead. MVP. We get 11k cash. It was quite a quick round. Enemy Ryan, top cash earner on their team with 10k. Now, this is where the enemy Moira is going to have a bit of a problem. So, Chaingrass builds against Brig pack builds with an Orisa is not great. Chaingrass builds versus what I just mentioned, and also a Moira. Also, just it's not great. It drops off a lot late game. Now, I've had to really go for a kind of Cyber Venomy or build because we're against a Zen. Chain Grasp loses a bit of damage. Well, not damage, but if you're up against a Rhine, it's a bit frustrating. We got rid of Smart Orbs here, take Extendrils. We've got 10k cash left, and this is awkward because I don't have Chain Grasp, so I can't just go grab like Weapon Jammer or something. I don't want Vanadium. Colegion? Would I? I'm thinking about how I was using my Coalescence, and I was like, maybe I don't want that. So, otherwise, what are we going to do? We'll have to sell something that's like 11k to buy something. I mean, it doesn't work, does it? We could get a 4k item and like Champion's Kit or something. So we opt to sell electrolytes. I know loads of you guys would be thinking, yeah, just get electrolytes and do that. Okay, we've survived quite well on low health anyway, so we opted to not get Limerico and get liquid nitrogen instead. But yeah, as I was saying, I know a lot of you guys would have automatically just gone, oh, we'll sell the 1k item and buy an 11k. It's like, no, electrolytes is so good. I cannot stress it enough. Electrolytes is, it's an item. Look how slow we are. Getting a whole load of health every time we go out of spawn. When I push into teams aggressively, like always have, always will. When you die a lot, it's going to reset. You know, every time we're going to get movement speed, get back to fights quicker. It's just for 1k. That's nuts. Like the item's that good that I'm happy to keep it in most cases, unless I can get something that's really, it has to be a big upgrade. Like in this case, we've swapped it so we can get liquid nitrogen. That obviously is a big upgrade. Oh. You know, we would have had Coal Legion and electrolytes or liquid nitrogen. I think liquid nitrogen probably best. There were some options also to, you know, get catalytic crystal or something, but oh no, the shatter hits us. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that anyway, because I'm not a massive fan of Moira's ult, so why do I want to build them up quicker? There's also Biotech Maximizer, reduces cooldowns. It doesn't, I think it gives 10 ability power, and it's not high enough. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that item either. Phantasmal, Ryan's gone up top though. We did hear the mate. Perfect timing on the distraction from the Freya. Jump, make sure we're on a little bit of high ground. Even though he can fly, he needs like to have an actual angle. Oh, we used Coalescence because there was a player really low. Doesn't matter, they get taken out anyway. Zen's pretty low here as well. Oh, the self-harmony orb thing. Okay. Okay, Phantasm Orb. We're a bit low, but that's okay. With Cross Orbal, get a lot of self-healing there. Zen does get taken down. Okay, Freya cleaning up with our soldier. We're trying to rotate around today. We went to save the soldier, but there's just a wall in the way. Brig pinned. Void Hoppers would be great here. Okay. Nice. Brig also used Rally there, so I mean, I think the Void Hoppers wasn't needed. I also think it wouldn't have got there in time. I think the Rally was essential. Okay, Void Hoppers, let's cleanse them. Enemy team still got the lead here. Really don't want them to go another round up here. Making progress, but only 10 seconds left. Bob is on the point. Shatter comes in. We do fade it in time. Coalescence. Nice kills from the Orisa. The Rhine is pushing forward. We take a big shot from the Ashe. Let's put some pressure on her instead. Moira's using Coal on us. We're going to fade jump up top. Good quick reaction from the Ashe. Does take a lot of damage. We need to get down there, but I need a cooldown. So can we... we didn't get Void Hoppers over onto the Brig. Heal or bounced flat. Damage over onto the Moira. Should be okay. We're going to get another Void Hoppers up in a second. As well as the Phantasm Orb as well. Okay, so... Is anyone spawning? Ryan's there, so they have potential to touch this. Of course, we want to stay around here because we know where the Ryan's going to be going to, and we can just drop double orbs on there quickly. He actually goes on the little high ground. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that he'd go there, so we basically didn't get anything out of the orbs there. Soldier does take down the Ashe. This time, we're not making the same mistake. Phantasm Orb. Nice counter pin bash thing from the Brig. Maze over on the point. Double orb there as well. Orisa cleaning up. We did take the round. We're in the lead. We've got a nice cash lead already.
Some intense competition this round.
Our Brig's healing's actually lower than the enemy Moira's, so it's not quite there. I think the bad start didn't really allow Brig to snowball. I think a better strategy is actually for Moira to take Cross Orbal Phantasm and focus primarily on healing at the start, and just kind of get the healing, get the wins through those early rounds, and then swap over to damage when Brig comes online. And I used to do that quite a bit, but we were trying to be a little bit too smart. But there's so many other factors that it's probably not worth doing that. Now you can consider that against the enemy team as well, because sometimes going Chain Grasp and mega damage when you're against the Brig with pack build, you know, she's doing AoE healing squishies, getting a more cash for heals than you are for damage. So you end up just getting them really rich. And a full build Brig pack build is just, I mean, it's the highest healing in the game, I think. Maybe Moira could do it better, but... no, I think it is probably higher on Brig. You'd have to do nothing else on Moira to match that. Whereas, you know, Brig's still useful with all sorts of, you know, whip shots and shield bash and rally and stuff. Crusader hydraulics from the Moira. No, it matters because we're not on Chain Grasp. Oh, wait, sorry, we are on Chain Grasp. But we've got no real attack speed anyway. We just got Chain Grasp here. Just, why not have a little bit of extra damage? The other option was multi-ball, but I just feel like we don't need it. It's also terrible. And Chain Grasp allows us to be flexible, right? So if we lose this round, because we've got another round still here, if we lose this round, then we've got an option, if we wanted to go full weapon power. So, yeah, that's why we took that one. Zen does manage to take us down with another kick. As our enemy team looks like they're probably going to cap this. Brig gets forced out of the point. Same with Soldier has to run from the Rhine. And they do manage to cap it. I think Orisa maybe could have stayed there a bit longer, but I think with the pressure on the Brig, she wasn't ever going to really get the heals. Instead, it seemed to be working out quite well. So what do I know? As a May ult comes in, but we're getting the kills. Our team's just very tanky. May completely surrounded there. So, oh, Zen's got jet skates, I think. He's got one of them. It was either jet skates or the blue one. Going to try and push it, but we've got to be conscious of a May wall coming in and a kick to the face again. Okay, We had a Phantasm on the choke. We've got our Coalescence now. Transcendence comes in, but Ashe is still isolated at the back. Zen moved forward a little bit quick. The Shatter wasn't on us. We should be able to keep the Orisa alive, who I think is using Fortify. Zen jumps back, kicks us back, and that puts the perfect position for a Phantasm Orb. Has to put in a load of damage out. Zen does get taken down. I think he maybe jet skates away from it. Try and fire the orb into the room, but it bounces away from there. At least we got the heal orb in there. And our Freya does take down the Mei. The enemy team really starting to suffer from the lack of damage from the Mei. Also, Ryan damage isn't exactly huge here. So they're relying heavily on Discord. Chain Grasp Moira and yeah, Ashe burning some players up. But so far I haven't really noticed the Ashe in the game. We're going to try and get over towards our soldier. Okay, double orbs. He's found himself in trouble. The whole team was waiting there. He didn't know that at the time that he was pinning in. If he did, he 100% would have gone there. Good wall from the Mei. Good ult from the Mei. We've already used our fade. We are so screwed. Bob also coming in on the point, and Ryan's going to be coming back soon. Orisa taken down with a Bob on the point. The enemy team actually going to cap this. I thought that was just straight up over. They need to get back. Soldier needs to run away. Yeah. Okay. So at least that has to be all of their ults, right? We did use our rally. Doesn't matter if we use heal orb or damage orb there. It wasn't going to get through. Okay. Don't let the Ryan get that swing there. We've got our Coalescence, just waiting kind of for our team. See if we can get the isolated Ryan again. He is gonna... No. Did he hit something? Oh, the Mei wall's great. Everybody else, they do manage to actually get the Ryan though. And their tank is down again. We'll spawn back quickly. We need to try and cap this as soon as possible. Enemy team up to 90%, but we're on 99. We get the Mei as well. Zen jumping in. That's a commitment. Mei also going to be rolling in. Ryan's going to be arriving very, very soon. Oh, actually, he's just arrives from out of space. To infinity and beyond. He does get taken down. Moira now used her fade. Brig comes in with a shield bash as well. We've got this. That's going to be GG. Let's have a quick look at the stats. We ended up with like an 8k cash lead, 38k damage, 2k healing, 51 eliminations, 78,000 cash, and a fair amount mitigated as well from that Void Hoppers and Phantasmic Flux and stuff. Anyway guys, and play of the game. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You know, some of you guys will keep on watching my videos but haven't subscribed because they just appear on the feed, but you could press that button. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.